Yo, hold up. I had a breaking in the church just to find accommodation. That's the type of message that got you thinking. This ain't about some education. This some mental slavery-ish. And I'm trying to free you on some emancipation. You get me? Because we lacking education. Because I was really homeless. And I didn't think of taking shelter in the church. The first nigga I thought about was my caster nigga when I was really in the dirt. When I pulled up to his house, I couldn't find him. So my second option was to jump in the church. When I got there, I had no shelter. They turned me away. So I was like, what? Nigga, I love God, but I'm gonna be on my way. Cause I see that God is no more in the church no more. Cause who turns away a man who needs a place for shelter to sleep at night? But guess what? The story continues. I went through with my day. I found a way. I carried it on. The rain was raining. It was pouring. My piano wet, nigga. I couldn't play them keys no more. My laptop could have crashed. And it survived somehow. Cause when I got to a place where I found accommodation, I noticed that it worked. But that's not the story, my nigga. I'm just maneuvering through the curves. And I'm speaking words, and I'm turning these similes into verbs, into messages you could hear. Now, listen, now comprehend this. The rain was raining. I thought about some patties I could pull up and stay at this spot, and I was like, nah. I cannot stay at a baddie's house because the baddie gonna probably blow up my ear on some, where's your family? I don't see them near. Let me call them. And that put some fear in me because I don't want to deal with explaining myself and shit. All I needed was silence because you know how it be. So I ain't even gonna swear because they Queens, my nigga. So I'ma keep it like that. Like I'm from Queens, my nigga. I don't know. Maybe we influenced by the American culture too much. Let me try and speak it in my language. Maybe I could not call a bluff if I stop acting tough and tell it the way it is. So I maneuvered and I moved and I found a way to groove and I made it through the park and I slept my head down and I was thinking, let me sleep. Then I saw some nigga crawling in the bushes and he steep and he moved as he swept and he would move and he sweep the grass with his feet. And I asked myself, does this nigga want to rob me of all this jewelry that I've acquired through this life that I lived? I'm like, nah, he cannot take it. Because if he takes it, I'ma kill him. But I don't want to kill him, so I gotta take these jewelries that I have with me. Because I've been walking around the night, crawling through, showing my jewelries to these thieves. And they probably deceived that they could take it from me. So I thought, you know what? Let me take it to a church so they can keep it for me, but I'ma sleep in the dirt in the park, nigga. So I went back and I was like, yo, open up, nigga, and the gate was locked. So I jumped over with my shit. And the pastor came through with his car and he hooted and he's like, what you doing, my bruh? I'm like, yo, nigga, I need you to keep this loot for me. I ain't stealing, nigga. This my shit, my groove, homie. And he like, relax, nigga, I got you. But first he wanted to know my story. And there goes that shit again. I don't want to explain myself. I was too emotional. And if you see the spit rolling through my mouth, I'm spitting right now. So I hope you find a way to accommodate me. Anyways, as I'm continuing on, the pastor agreed. And I could see the sorrow in his heart. He wouldn't let me sleep in the park. So I went through with my day. He called me back. He's like, yo, you try to break in the church, nigga? You crazy? I told him about how having faith really works and how a man and his 4 friends put him through the roof so he could get saved by the Christ. And he agreed. And he like, yeah, son, I feel that. But do you understand that people will come in this church to steal here? So we couldn't give you shelter because we felt you came through to get help and then you start robbing us and shit. So I'm like, damn, nigga. Okay, I understand, nigga, but take my loot, nigga, cause I use this shit to help the people, God's people, and let me go sleep in the park, nigga, cause I'm a man, I'm not a little child, my nigga, I'm 26, and if you know what that number is, then you know that I'm the wildest kid, you know what it is, so I was on that tip. The homie's like, relax, nigga, go sleep in the church. I'm like, okay, nigga, I'ma really sleep in the curb, and I got in the church and I slept there. What happened was, I used to really volunteer at this church, God's kitchen was the place that I found my birth to really nurture these people and really help them with whatever they're dealing with these evils. So I stood in the church and I had my fill and I woke up the next day and I made it here. So I'm just letting you know my story before I disappear. But I just want you to know God's church is not a place for a gallery or to put fancy pictures for the men to see. It's a place for people who are homeless, who need a place to sleep. You know what we're talking about. All those chairs and that space in the church, that's a place for the people to lay their heads when they're hurt. You feel me? That's just me spitting off of the curve. I'm off the top, nigga, and I'm just diving off, and I made it on Earth 100.